Welcome to the Below Football Kaizer family. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to be the first to get the latest news. Wadu has no choice but to beat Kaizer Chiefs. Abdeslam warned against chop and changing. Why fix what is not broken at Orlando Pirates? The former Morocco international defender will be aiming to come top in his first Soweto derby against the Buccaneers' traditional rivals, Amakasi, at the FNB Stadium this weekend. The ex-Fulham star has not been getting it right in the recent outings that have seen him lose grip in the PSL, which was followed by Nedbank Cup elimination. Eyes on the prize. On Saturday, all roads in the capital will lead to the FNB Stadium, where Kaizer Chiefs will host Orlando Pirates in the highly anticipated derby, one of the biggest in Africa. Apart from the bragging rights, the result might play a massive role in the team's quest to win the Premier Soccer League this season. Wadu has to beat Chiefs. In his interview with Kick-Off, Bucks legend Bashan Malongu insists Pirates might not have lost the last two fixtures against Mamelodi Sundowns and Kasrik Stars, respectively, if he could have stuck with his best men. Judging by our position in the league at the moment, Wadu has no choice but to beat Kaizer Chiefs. He must win. Sundowns have started collecting points again, he stated. He needs to put out his strongest team against the Chiefs. Pirates have players who can make things happen, so, on my side, I find it hard to understand the reason behind the coach's chop and changing of his starting 11, Malongu added. They must fight for positions. The former striker has further warned against giving players positions easily instead of them fighting for them. The other players must fight for their positions in the starting 11. Players must have no choice but to grab their opportunity with both hands if they are coming in for an injured player, he opined. You can't perform well today, and tomorrow you close shop. It doesn't work like that at Pirates. Judging by the way the Pirates supporters have been filling the stands, Mayo opens up the honest truth about his Kaizer Chiefs form. Kaizer Chiefs on-loan striker Kaizer Mayo has fronted up to his recent struggles, delivering a candid assessment of his underwhelming form during the ongoing 2025-26 Betway Premiership campaign. Mayo joined Amakasi on a season-long loan from Algerian giants CR Belouizdad, with the Soweto Giants holding an option to make the move permanent at the end of the term. The transfer was strategically designed to help the 27-year-old rediscover his clinical edge following a challenging stint in North Africa. The left-footed attacker originally moved to Algeria in July 2024, joining Belouizdad from Cape Town City FC. During his time with the Citizens, Mayo solidified his reputation as one of the PSL's most lethal finishers. His pinnacle came during the 2022-23 season when he claimed the Premiership Golden Boot after netting 12 goals, sharing the prestigious award with Mamelodi Sundowns talisman Peter Shalyalile. By the end of his tenure in the mother city, Mayo had tallied 29 goals and 6 assists in 93 appearances across all competitions. However, replicating that prolific form at CR Belouizdad proved difficult. Over the course of 41 matches for the Algerian outfit, he managed 6 goals and 1 assist, ultimately prompting the club to sanction his return to South Africa in search of regular game time and a return to his best form. What Kaizer Mayo said about his form at Chiefs. The former Richards Bay FC star has had a slow start to life with the Naturena-based side after scoring just 1 goal in 12 matches. With Mayo struggling to find his rhythm at Naturena, the 27-year-old has acknowledged the battle for a spot in the starting 11. He currently finds himself in competition for a place in the Amakasi attack, vying for minutes against a deep roster of striking talent that includes Ashley Dupreez, Flavio Silva, Wandile Duba, Itiosa Ighodaro, Tashreeq Morris, and the youthful Luke Bartman. There are 6. Kaizer Chiefs coach Ben Youssef explains why it took 7 months to give one of the best players Ethan Chislet his debut. The Amakasi faithful finally got a glimpse of their summer recruit on Tuesday night, but his bright debut was marred by a familiar result as they fell 2-1 to Stellenbosch FC at FNB Stadium, continuing a miserable record against the Winelands side that has now seen them lose 3 times this season across various competitions. Bright debut for Chislet. Despite the collective disappointment at the result, the individual performance of Ethan Chislet provided a rare silver lining for the Naturina club. The 27-year-old midfielder, who has been working in the shadows since his arrival, recorded a passing accuracy of 87% during his 68 minutes on the pitch, impressing with his technical security and vision in the final third. The long wait for Chislet explained. Addressing the media after the final whistle, co-coach Khalil Ben Youssef was asked why it took until February to unleash the creative midfielder. The coach insisted that the delay was a calculated move to protect the player and ensure he was physically and tactically ready for the demands of the Soweto Giants. So that he can be like that, Ben Youssef quipped as reported by the Cape Times. We waited for 7 months so that he could be as good as he was today. We wanted to introduce him at the right moment. He was one of the best players. The coach's comments suggest that Chislet has been undergoing a tailored conditioning program behind the scenes. So that he can be like that, Ben Youssef quipped as reported by the Cape Times. We waited for 7 months so that he could be as good as he was today. We wanted to introduce him at the right moment. He was one of the best players. The coach's comments suggest that Chislet has been undergoing a tailored conditioning program behind the scenes. Substitutes fail to make an impact. While Chislet shone, the same could not be said. Rest v rhythm, why a rare 10-day break could give Kaizer Chiefs the Soweto Derby edge. 2 weeks ago, Kaizer Chiefs looked like a club in freefall. Eliminated from the Nedbank Cup and dumped out of the CAF Confederation Cup within days, Amakasi were left bruised, frustrated and searching for answers. It was a collapse that threatened to define their season. But football seasons are shaped not only by setbacks, but by how teams respond to them. Chiefs' misfortune has quietly handed them something priceless: time. A near 10-day break, rare in the modern schedule, has allowed reflection, recovery and recalibration before they return to action against Stellenbosch FC in midweek, and then turn their attention to the Soweto Derby. That reset could prove decisive. Across town, Orlando Pirates are dealing with wounds of their own. Consecutive defeats in the league and the Nedbank Cup have disrupted momentum and stirred doubt. Orlando Pirates are of the #Nedbank Cup exploding head crossmark. Kasrick Stars punched their ticket to their quarter-finals after a tense penalty shootout. Fast forward button #SSDiski pic.twitter.com/abvyjmaden. Supersport Football Soccer Ball at SS Football, February 21, 2026. Unlike Chiefs, the Buccaneers have had little breathing space, forced instead to process disappointment while continuing to compete. Derbies are rarely won on form alone. They are decided by clarity of mind, emotional balance, and who arrives with fewer internal questions. Chiefs' recent break has allowed bodies to recover and, more importantly, heads to clear. Coaches have had time on the training ground rather than in the post-match tunnel. Video sessions have replaced crisis management. Problems have been addressed away from the noise. This does not erase Chiefs' struggles. The exits were damaging, and scars remain. But rest has a way of dulling pain and sharpening focus. Players returning from knocks are closer to readiness. Competition within the squad has been reignited. The sense of being written off has been allowed. Peterson is weak. Shen is my man, but the only thing Kaizer Chiefs will feel is Brandon not Cup. Collins Basuma picked a fighter who can get red card from bench. Sifo knows his work. Fans. The competition between the two top custodians in the country has been stiff, with both hoping to make the Bafana squad for the 2026 FIFA World Cup squad to be co-hosted by the United States, Mexico, and Canada. Interestingly, the duo has been crucial as the Sea Robbers and the Glamour Boys aim at dethroning Mamelodi Sundowns in the PSL. As Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs chase the Premier Soccer League glory, two men have been outstanding: Sifo Shen and Brandon Peterson. Peterson has managed to keep 11 clean sheets in the 16 league matches played, while his compatriot has 12 and 17 PLS outings. However, Amakasi legend Collins Basuma feels Peterson has a good command of his area as opposed to the Bucks' shot stopper. Even if it is Buma, Bissouma could have gone with him. Chiefs brought you to South Africa, so you can't go with Sifo Shen or Ronwen Williams. Even if it was Bruce Bvuma, you would have picked him up. As the Buccaneers, we understand your opinion, Defi King D. When you shout from the bench, you become a better leader? So, when you shout from the bench, you become a better leader? These legends and what they smoke for social media is out of this world. Why not compare him with Williams or Elvis Chipaziz? Mfana Mfuzi. Long wait, 945 days since Kaizer Chiefs were PSL champions. It's been a long wait between drinks for Kaizer Chiefs fans when it comes to celebrating top dog status in the Premier Soccer League. Amakasi last tasted league success back in the 2014-15 season.